The Hell House existed in Tacoma roughly, I'd say, 1983 through 1987, early 87. And it was kind of a central location for bands to play, practice. A lot of musicians met other musicians at the Hell House. There wasn't many other places in Tacoma that had this type of a community. Most of the live photos you're going to see are taken by Tracy Miranda, both the Hell House and Guerrilla Gardens. The black and white photos, I don't know who the photographers are exactly. So back in 1985, there was a band called The Grind. And The Grind played quite a few shows, mostly before the Community World Theater opened. So they would have played Guerrilla Gardens, parties, played on Chaos radio station. Now they were kind of a super group without ever being a band that really became very known. There's only a couple recordings that exist, and one I think is from a show and one is from them playing live on Chaos in Olympia. Now, at the same time, I was in a band called Noxious Fumes, and we practiced at the Hell House. The Hell House was the ground zero spot in Tacoma for punk rock party shows and band practice. So this is pretty early. There really was nowhere to play in Tacoma. Once in a while one club would pop up, but in 1985 it literally was like that was it. You know, there would be a party here and there. But that was Girl Trouble's practice place, and also a band called the He Sluts practiced there, and Noxious Fumes. Now the Grind would practice at the Hell House, but they'd also practice in my bedroom in Furcrest. The members in the Grind were Bruce, my brother, George, Reber. The guitarist dude, the other guitarist is Tim, and I don't know much about Tim. He moved up from California, I think around the same time, Sean. So the drummer of the Grind is Sean, and this is the first Northwest band that Sean Duran was in. And Sean we played in Subvert together, eventually. So in the Grind, there was a point when Sean got on guitar, and I played drums, and we played two like fast punk songs. Now Stephanie Sargent is who you see there with the blonde hair on the mic, and she would sing I Want to Be Your Dog, the Stooges cover. Now the singer of the Grind was Kurt Flansburgh. He was also singing in a side project the Melvins had called the Stiff Woodies. So some of these photos you see are the Stiff Woodies playing, and Dale would be on guitar, and Buzz played drums, Matt bass, and Kurt singing. Also, Slim Moon would get up and read poetry
Okay, folks, this is KAOS Olympia 98.3, 89.3 on your FM dial. Non-commercial public radio. Yeah. Now we're going to have our friend Slim do another one of his own personal poems.
No interruptions from me. Now he's going to show his imagination. Break out the tent, man. Okay. My world is different than yours. You have the rainbow. I have the black. We live in a black, black world. Black. We live in tents. The tents are red and green. The tents were once black. The tents are no longer black. The horizon is black. The ground is black. The birds are black. The black is black is black is black is black is black is the blackest thing of all. Our thoughts are often black. The tents were black. The tents are now red and green. The tents were black. The horizon is black. The tents could not be seen. The tents are red and green.
Slim started Kill Rock Stars, the record label, but this was a creative outlet for quite a few musicians. Stephanie Sargent went on to start 7 Year Bitch. So there's quite a few musicians and bands that played and practiced at the Hell House. I'll ramble a few off. The Melvins, Girl Trouble, Noxious Fumes, the He Sluts, Soul Asylum, Jack Shit. There's a lot. The Dicks, Sunshine Storm, which turned into Spectre Love, which turned into Green Apple Quickstep, The Grind. There's quite a few bands. I can't even remember them all. It would take a whole nother video to do that. That probably needs to happen. Also, Sean Doe, who was the vocalist in Throw Rag, he lived in Tacoma for a little while, and he started out in a band called Vein Train, for a short time in Tacoma in 1984, and he sang in Vein Train. There's no recordings exist, but it was John Grant on guitar and Sean Subvert and Grind Sean on drums, and I don't know who played bass.